Honourable Speaker, a major public safety incident occurred with an accidental release from our justice system. According to a justice spokesperson, the review is currently being undertaken. The public deserves now not only that this will be completed, but recommendations for changes will come from the review. Will the Premier commit today that the review will be conducted by an independent outside actor and that all recommendations will be made public?
I think, like most Manitobans, I was shocked to see this incident play out last week. And I want to thank the folks both on the correction side and the law enforcement side for their good work and ensuring that this person was apprehended. Now, when we ask the questions of what went wrong, of course, there will be a robust and thorough process to ensure that situations like this don't happen again, and most importantly, to ensure that your provincial government is doing what we can to keep you safe in the community. An important turning point was arrived at 1 year ago when the PCs were showing the door and their inaction on public safety was confined to the dustbins of history. You have a new government today. We're working hard to keep you safe.
This was a major public safety incident, and this warrants a significant amount of scrutiny by this NDP government. The judge, and I quote, "He's a do not release until after his trial is completed." The Crown prosecutor was even more specific, and I quote, "Just wanted to ensure there's no issue with the paperwork and an accidental release." End quote. Is there more to this story? The public deserves these answers. Public safety is irrevocably undermined if the general public has no faith in our justice system. This government refused to tell the media who's doing the review, so will the Premier stand up and tell the public today?
It's very important that Manitobans have confidence in both public safety and the administration of justice here in the great Manitoba that we all know and love. Now, we know that when an incident like this happens, of course, there's a ton of public interest, and rightfully so. And so our Minister of Justice is working hard along with his team to ensure that we take steps to prevent something like this from happening again. Of course, I would point out that the remarks being shared by the member opposite were first reported by the media, and we have to acknowledge the important role that they play in a free and open democratic society. I would welcome the members opposite to work with us to ensure that there is respect for journalism in the public sphere and that the necessary accountability questions to pave the way to a free, honest and rigorous democratic debate are upheld in the great province of Manitoba.
This Premier props up Trudeau and his catch and release policies. We need bail reform at the federal level, but this incident shows more needs to be done. The individual was picked up on bail violations, violating both a sobriety order and a curfew. The system failed Manitobans in this instance. This government has a pattern of hiding important reviews from the public. So will this Premier commit today that unlike other reviews his government has done, all recommendations will be made public?
We know that the members opposite always wanted to point the finger at other levels of government, never accept any responsibility.
That's right.
You know, it's not the PC party of yesteryear that used to highlight personal responsibility. It seems like the members opposite only want those Manitobans living in lower socioeconomic standing positions in their lives to accept responsibility. For them, they always want to skate by. They never accept responsibility. Our government is different. We're taking action. We've implemented real steps on bail reform right here in the province of Manitoba, so much so that the National Police Federation has said, and I quote here, "We call on the federal government as well as provincial and territorial governments to follow Manitoba's lead on public safety and root causes of crime with concrete solutions," end quote. That's about bail reform. Isn't it nice, Honourable Speaker, to live in a Manitoba under the NDP that leads rather than follows, as we did with the PC?